be in my zone. I got this, I'ma do it all alone. I don't need your help, I do it on my own. I got this.
What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Apple, back again with another video, and today I'm here with my WWE Fastlane 2017 review. And if any of you guys watch my predictions video, I mentioned that I feel like this show isn't going to be anything special. It's going to be forgettable in a couple of weeks' time. And you know what? Unfortunately, I think my prediction was right, because I really did not like this show. This was a very, very weak pay-per-view in my opinion. Some of the booking decisions I wasn't exactly thrilled of. I wasn't as upset as some of the other members of the wrestling community and all that, but I can definitely see where they're coming from, but I don't like super hate them or anything like that. So anyway, let's not muck around. Let's just get straight into this review. I'll quickly touch on the pre-show match. It was a Cruiserweight tag team match. It was Swann and Akira Tozawa taking on the Braun, Kendrick, and Noam. And the babyfaces end up going over in this match, so yeah, good for them. Then we get to our opening match, which is Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe, and pretty fun match. I kind of enjoyed it. I feel like they could have done a little bit more in this match for an opener, but you know, it was fine. And for what they did, there was a nice swipe to Zayn's legs. By the way, Sami Zayn was bumping like a boss throughout this entire match. That man can make anyone look like $1,000,000 fucking bucks, dude. But he ended up hitting a blue thunder bomb on Samoa Joe, and he hit a sunset flip, but Joe ended up blocking him, and Joe catches the haluva kick, and he locks in the Coquita clutch on Zayn. Zayn can't handle it anymore. He passes out, and Samoa Joe ends up winning the match. So yeah, that was a pretty damn solid opening match for this pay-per-view, which I kind of expected from these two. I would love to see these two go on. I would have wished that this match took place a little bit longer, and considering some of the other matches that happened tonight, I really think this could have gone on a lot longer. But yeah, good way to open up the show in my opinion. Two great wrestlers, and Samoa Joe, man, hopefully they can do something big with him in the future. Hopefully give him something good to do at Mania. He needs something to do at Mania, man. I don't know what, but just give the man something, you know, just something. We had a backstage interview. Charlie Caruso was talking with Bayley, and said to Charlotte, you know, I dare you to leave Dana Brooke out of the match tonight. And Nia Jax ended up showing up and tried to freak Bayley out and psych her out and all that shit. So yeah, that was a bit interesting. So that kind of, to me, that was kind of the seeds planting for a fatal four-way match at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's something to think about. Next up, we had the Raw Tag Team Championships defended. Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson defending against Enzo and Cass, and it was an okay match, okay tag team match. Cass ended up throwing Enzo outside on both on Luke and Karl, and there was a running kick to Enzo's head while Enzo was running to get the tag, and pretty much Karl Anderson went to just kick him right in the head, which looked really, really cool. There was a big boot during the end of this match. I love Big Cass's boot. It kind of reminds me of Tess for some reason, and I think he hits the bada boom shakalaka or whatever, and one of the members of the club ends up breaking up the pin. Gallows and Anderson, and I think Anderson gets the pinfall, or Gallows or whatever. Enzo puts his foot on the rope, but the other member takes it off, and they retain the championship belt. So really like that ending. I thought that was pretty cool. But the rest of the match, it was a fine enough tag team match. I'm guessing where this storyline is going. I'm gonna say that Enzo and Cass are gonna win the championships at WrestleMania, if they even do have a match at Fastlane. Even if they do have a match at WrestleMania, which surely they'll have to, man. But who knows, you know, with what WWE are going to do with the tag team division on Raw. It hasn't really been very strong, and I haven't been fully sold on Gallows and Anderson. But this win tonight was a step in the right direction. So yeah, keep going on that way. Mick Foley was talking to Stephanie McMahon over the phone. She couldn't be there for Fastlane. She was stuck in a plane and all that. And so Mick Foley accidentally it was one of those old phones and with the cord attached, and he accidentally ripped out the cord, and so it was like, oh, that's such a shame. I can't hear Stephanie anymore. So I thought that was a little bit humorous. So we don't have to hear Stephanie McMahon's annoying ass fucking voice that I can't stand. I absolutely hate Stephanie McMahon with every fiber of my being, but yeah, at least she wasn't there for long. So next we had Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. This was another kind of match. It was fine for what it was. There was a bank statement on Nia. She ended up locking that in, which was cool. Nia ran and sat on Sasha's back, did like a running sit out thing or whatever, and all that. So Nia looked pretty good going into this match. But for some reason, which I don't know why, Sasha gets like a roll-up bridge or whatever and wins the match. She beats Nia Jax, which was weird. I don't exactly know why they gave the win to Sasha. You've been building up Nia Jax for a while, having her beat all these people for the last couple of months. I think she did lose a match on Raw. Correct me if I'm wrong, against Bayley. I think she might have. But yeah, just a bit weird. Just a bit weird to see Sasha actually win this match. I'm guessing to build some sort of momentum if they are going to go for the Fatal 4-Way match at Mania. But yeah, interesting match. Well, nah, not really, but interesting win that is for Sasha Banks. So yeah, good on her. Next we... I'm just going to blitz through this segment because this was a waste of fucking time. We had Jinder Mahal and Rusev come out so they can have separate matches. These two are pissed off at each other because they're no longer tag team partners and all that stuff. Jinder Mahal ended up facing Cesaro in a throw-together match just to waste more time. And yeah, Cesaro won. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Then after the match, Rusev beat up Jinder. He faced the Big Show. He gets squashed by the Big Show. And yeah, that was great. Oh my god, amazing. Let's move on. Then we get to the Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Jack Gallagher. And I'm not going to lie, this was a really friggin' good match. I really, really enjoyed it. So Jack Gallagher hit a nice back suplex from the top rope, which was pretty cool. And Jesus Christ, Neville. Neville ran up and did like a German suplex to Gallagher, and he just dropped right on his head. And I think it happened in another spot as well when during the end when I think he was meant to go for like a superplex or whatever, but Neville pushed him off and he ended up landing on his head again, which just looked brutal. So yes, there was a solid headbutt by Gallagher, a couple of headbutts there, and like I said before, I think he tries to go for a suplex or some move off the top rope, but Neville pushes him off. He lands kind of on his head, but it was a brutal landing. Hits a red arrow on him and retains the championship. So really, really good Cruiserweight Championship match. It's definitely something the Cruiserweight division really, really needed, because the Cruiserweight division has been floundering ever since it got brought up in September last year. But now if they continue with matches like this, people are finally going to take the division seriously, and I think WWE are finally going in the right direction with this division. I would have liked some more high-flying moves. Well, we did kind of get high-flying moves. I think Neville did like a Phoenix Splash from the middle rope, which was crazy. But yeah, this was just really damn good Cruiserweight match, and I hope we see more like this in the future. Next, we had a random New Day segment, pretty much promoting their ice cream bars, and they were rode on a bike or whatever. And so, yeah, that was fucking great. Then we had the big top dog, Roman Reggae, taking on Braun Strowman in a match I actually thought was not that bad. It wasn't amazing or anything, but, it was alright. It was alright. Roman, I have to say this, what are those? Seriously, what the fuck were you wearing? I know you think with those fresh kicks or whatever, but not that fresh, buddy. It had to match your bloody vest and everything. I don't know, it was kind of funny. I prefer the big boots or whatever. But Strowman hit the reverse chokeslam on Roman Reggae. There was Strowman's shoulder got chucked into the LED, which I cringe every time I see that. Ever since they brought in those big, fuck off, LED posts. It's ridiculous. There was a Samoan drop on Strowman, which I thought was pretty damn cool. And one of probably my favorite spot of the match was they were on the outside and Roman Reigns was getting ready to hit the big old spear on him, but I think Strowman catched him and he just slammed him through the announce table, which is really awesome. Roman Reigns hit another spear on him on the inside of the ring, but he kicked out. And Braun was just stopped. Anytime Roman built up momentum in this match, Strowman would just stop him at all costs. And then Braun Strowman, the crazy bastard, decided to get on the top rope, and he completely missed. Roman, I think, hit a Superman punch and a spear, something like that. And Roman Reigns wins. Yay! Come on. You had the perfect opportunity to have Undertaker come out there and cost him the match if you are going to go with this Undertaker-Roman Reigns match, which I'm guessing they're going to do. I mean, seriously, Roman Reigns eliminated The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble, and then Undertaker death stared him there. So how can they not have a match at WrestleMania? But, yeah, that could have been a great time for him to come out and, kind of shock people. But they're probably going to do that on Raw the next night, I'm guessing. But, yeah, fine enough match. I would have preferred Strowman to go over, but the big top dog gotta win all the time. Fuck Roman Reigns. Next match we have here is for the Raw Women's Championship. It is Bayley defending against Charlotte Flair. And enjoyed it. Thought it was a pretty damn good match. There was Charlotte's moonsault was really damn good. I think there was like a stunner through like the middle rope by Bayley, which was cool. And there was a natural selection, but Bayley kind of kicked out. And Charlotte was like, what the fuck, when she hit it, because I thought she was going to win there, Bayley, pretty much this whole match, Charlotte was mocking Bayley, saying, "You're just a fan! You're just a loser fan!" and all that kind of stuff. She was like that the entire match, and Bayley persevered through and all that shit. And then Sasha Banks came out. By the way, Dana Brooke was not at ringside. Sasha Banks, pretty much, Charlotte tried to do some underhanded tactic or whatever, but Sasha stopped her. Bayley, I think, got the roll-up or some sort of Bayley to belly, got the pin, and she actually fucking won. No, you are not hearing me wrong. Charlotte lost on a pay-per-view. It happened. The streak is over. The pay-per-view streak of Charlotte Flair is done. It is over. Wyatt Fastlane. Wyatt Fastlane. I didn't really get that. I didn't really get why WWE kind of, you've been building up this pay-per-view streak for Charlotte ever since she's debuted on the main roster. And she's just had win after win after win. And she loses her big pay-per-view winning streak at Fastlane of all pay-per-views. I thought you would do something like that at WrestleMania, but no? Okay. This will have to go into the Fatal 4-Way for sure. I thought Sasha was, like I said before, I think I said before, I thought Sasha was going to turn heel. She was going to come out, cost Bayley the match, and Charlotte was going to win back the belt. But no, we ended up having Bayley retain, which fine by me. Nice to see Bayley go into WrestleMania 33 as the champion. Which would be really awesome. So for her anyway. So pretty decent women's match, and then we get to the main event, and for the Universal Championship, Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. Could you really even classify this as I knew going into this that this was going to be a quick main event. And before the match began, Kevin Owens just kept rolling out of the ring, and he tried to use that as a strategy. He tried to, wear down Goldberg because, he's all hyped up and he's ready to go, and, he's trying to do that to make it last a bit longer, so, all of Goldberg's, energy is kind of disposed, because, he's not getting younger. He's like a 50-year-old man or whatever, or in his 50s. And, he keeps rolling out of the ring and all that. And then when he finally gets ready to go, I even had my stopwatch, for God's sakes, just to see how quick this match was. And as soon as he gets ready to go, Chris Jericho shows up and stares down Kevin Owens, and Owens is like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then he turns around, boom, spear, jackhammer, and Goldberg becomes the new WWE Universal Champion. Now, what do I think about this? Yeah, I can definitely see both perspectives. Of course, the IWC was not happy with Kevin Owens dropping the belt to Goldberg. But, you know, we all knew this was coming, guys. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of Goldberg and Lesnar main eventing for the Universal title. But, you know, it is what it fucking is. If they are going to, which I'm guessing they are going to, with Goldberg and Lesnar, if they're going to main event at WrestleMania, for God's sakes, don't make it WrestleMania 20, where the fans just take a big steaming shit all over your match. Just make it good. If it's a Universal Championship match, just make it good. And I'm guessing Owens and Jericho are going to face for the US Championship, which, guys, you know, if you want to keep complaining about, oh, Owens and Jericho should be the main event, which I understand, guys, Owens and Jericho are going to steal the fucking show at WrestleMania. I'm predicting it right now. Owens and Jericho will be match of the night at WrestleMania. Or hell, maybe even match of the year if they want to go that far. And, you know, even if Goldberg and Lesnar shits the bed at WrestleMania, we still got some other matches with a lot of potential. We could have Orton versus Wyatt. I'm guessing we're going to get Orton versus Wyatt. I know Orton and AJ Styles are going to face on SmackDown this week, and I'm pretty sure Orton's going to beat Styles. We have Rollins versus Triple H, which should be pretty good. Roman Reigns and The Undertaker, which I'm guessing is going to happen. You know, we have some matches that could be pretty fucking good, but, you know, let's try not to let the main event ruin it for everyone, which I kind of feel about last year's Mania with Roman and Triple H. That was a bad main event. That was a really bad main event, but you still had Undertaker versus Shane McMahon, in my opinion. I know the storyline was stupid. You had the triple threat match for the Women's Championship. You had not Ambrose and Lesnar. That was shit. But you had your moments in there. You had Corbin winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he's doing pretty well for himself. Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship. Styles and Jericho had a good match. You know, you had a lot of good things in WrestleMania 32, which I think people kind of ignore because, you know, Roman won and the match was shit and all that. I feel like this could be the case again this year, where the main event completely shits the bed while the rest of the card is actually not that bad and is actually kind of good, which I think is why people are kind of complaining, because, you know, if Goldberg can only wrestle a minute and a half or like 20-second matches, you know, people aren't really sure if he can wrestle a 15-20 minute main event with Brock Lesnar. You know, he was never really that incredible of a wrestler to begin with in his prime, so how is he kind of going to do when he's in his 50s? Who knows? They could surprise us. It has, you know, surprises in WrestleMania main events have happened before. This could be one of them, you know. I'm sure Lesnar is going to beat Goldberg at WrestleMania, but don't freak out over this. There are many other things to get excited for WrestleMania, and even if this is the main event, you still have plenty of other matches to look forward to. And to all the people saying, you know, oh, Owens' career is over, he's buried. Shut the fuck up. He lost to Goldberg, of all people. He had a lengthy Universal Championship run where he won in August, and now he's in February of 2017, and he lost to an icon like Goldberg. That's not bad. That's not bad for Kevin Owens. And also on top of that, he lost in 20 seconds. Seriously, if Brock Lesnar couldn't beat him in a minute and a half, so how the fuck was Kevin Owens supposed to beat, you know, Goldberg? Seriously. But, yeah, the match itself was nothing. You can't really judge this match. But Goldberg winning the Universal Championship, I'm not entirely pissed off about. I'm just going to have to wait and see what they do with Goldberg as Universal Champion going into the future. So, yeah, that was my Fastlane review there. My match of the night, you know what? I'm going to give it to the Cruiserweights. Neville versus Jack Gallagher. Really enjoyed this match. I like the build-up to it as well. I thought that was pretty good. And the match itself was actually very solid. So yeah, let's give it to the Cruiserweights for a change. How am I going to rate this show? I'm going to give this show, honestly, a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to go there. This was not a good show. I really did not enjoy Fastlane. I mean, yeah, you had some decent to okay matches, but overall, this was just a nothing pay-per-view. Honestly, I'm sorry, this was just a nothing show to me. But, yeah, this is going to be it for this review. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on the Fastlane pay-per-view, and if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram's at JackAmanLaw31 if you want to check me out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.